What's up, everybody? This your boy D from Geek Lemonade. Yo, today is 11/3/21. It's a Wednesday. I like it when the month begins on a Monday. You know, the Monday is the first one. Wednesday's the third. So 11/3/21. How's everybody doing? Welcome to the podcast. This is the Geekcast over on Anchor and Spotify. You can catch me pretty much daily through the week, doing the Monday through Friday shows. They're about generally in between 10 minutes or so, based off of various topics throughout the day and the history and everything. So I mean, I don't know. It's different every day. We're not gonna conform to any one style right now. We got multiple styles, all right? So with all that said, let's begin, So, today, what should we talk about today? I gotta stop doing that, right? I gotta come up with some topics. I can't keep freestyling for y'all, man. I gotta actually do, have some type of topics and stuff to talk about, because usually I'm just going off the cuff. That means just coming off the head, freestyling with y'all on the news and stuff like that. But let me grab the other phone and I get right into the news. No, I'm just joking. I don't need no phone. Today we're going to talk about, what should we talk about? It's a good one. You like my blunt and shit too. Alright, so I guess this morning we'll talk about, who knows? No. I want to talk about fatherhood for a second, man. This is a fatherhood today. We could do a fatherhood today, all right? So recently it was Halloween, and I'm a father, so I did the father thing, and I took my kids trick or treating. Now, whether you believe in that or not doesn't really matter to me. But the thing about it is, as a father, what traditions do you have with your kids? I mean, think about it. What do we actually do with our kids? That's a traditional, like, oh, we get this together, we make this happen so we can do this together and all of that stuff. But I mean, what's some traditions that you do with your kids? Like for me, this Halloween thing was like the first time we ever went trick-or-treating. It's not something I like to celebrate. I talked about that on Monday, or reasons why I don't celebrate it as much as I would used to. But as a father, though, you got to create these bonds and these memories with your children. And I almost forgot that was something I needed to do, and pretty much neglected it. I feel bad in a way, but I don't feel bad in a way, because I'm not exposing my kids to some type of bureaucracy or some type of BS or anything like that. In fact, I think them not knowing for so long is partially my fault, but at the same time, it's 100% my fault. I should have put them out there. I should have created these bonding experiences with my kids to let them know that, we have these type of traditions that we can do together. Now, my parents, we went trick-or-treating. Well, me and my moms did, not me and my pops, but at the same time, my pops was my pops. And I don't know how he felt about trick-or-treating at all, because that was him. I know how I felt about it, but me and my father had different traditions than me and my mom. I mean, like I said, and that's cool, because you should have different traditions than you do with each parent. You should have this thing. So fatherhood today, it's, man, what do I do for my child that's going to impact his life and make him better and make him understand, that you can have something that runs on, because tradition is it's something that happens over and over again. So what kind of traditions did you and your children have? Let me know down in the comments if you hear it, but I think that with building a tradition with kids and building something that you can do over time and having that familiarity and doing things with your children is probably the best, because they can remember that time with you. I remember all of the times with me and my mom would do stuff on April Fool's Day. Me and my mom would crack jokes on each other. Me and my mom would do this and that, because my mom was my best friend and that's the way she acted. So when you're a father, and me being a father now, I look at myself, am I my kid's best friend? Or I'm just a father, or I'm just a guy in the house with them? And I don't think so. I think my kids love me a lot. We do a lot of stuff together. We got our own handshakes. We got our own way we talk to each other. We got our own names. I let my kids have enough leeway to talk to me and let me know how they feel, because that's something that I wanted to establish with my kids in the beginning, to let them know that father was easy to talk to. The more we get along, the easier it is for them to come back and talk to me about things that might be bothering them. And that's what you want to create. And that's what I try to create with my family and my kids and my situation. Every situation is different. Some fathers are not able to be there with their kids, so they had to create these traditions in order to show these kids familiarity with them. So me as a father, wanting to be there for my kids, wanting to love them and show them that, hey, they can do anything and they can be anything. It all starts right at the home, showing them every day in and day out, that they are something to you and they can contribute, and just showing them you love them. So for me, creating the tradition with my kids is probably one of the greatest things that I'll be able to do in the future, and I hope so, because I love my kids. I love what they do for me, which is exist. And one day, hopefully, out of the kids I have, I'll produce one or two grandkids. Who knows? And that'll be lovely. What else am I here for other than to produce and air and to create a legacy that lives on? So through tradition, I should be able to pass on some of them traits. So taking time to actually chill with my kids and us have some similar activities, whether it's watching movies, walking outside, riding bikes, like I say, going trick-or-treating, creating these memories and familiarities and these things that you can do with your child is probably one of the proudest and best things about fatherhood, because you get to see your child grow, you get to see your child learn, you get to see your child find their belief and find their footing. And if you're there for the small things, trust me, you're going to be there for the big things. And I believe that. I wholeheartedly believe that. And even though you might struggle to get there, don't worry, because the small things you do, just like cooking a certain meal on a certain day, that's a tradition. This is what we do on Fridays. This is what we do on Saturdays. You create these bonds, you create these memories, and the kids, they'll recall that. They'll 20 years from now, my kids will say, man, you remember when Dad used to, on Saturdays and Sundays, he would get us McDonald's, or he would take us there, or, my daughter, she said something to me this morning that had my heart pumping. She said, I wish Grandma would come back. And she wasn't talking about my mom. She was talking about my grandmother, whom she has a namesake. So, and that was like, wow. She didn't even know. She only knew her for a short amount of time, but she misses her, and my son misses her. And that tells you something, the impact that tradition had, because the tradition was that I would take them to see her on the weekend. So that was our tradition. And that's what we would do. We'd go to Grandma's house, which is my grandma's house, because that's what I like to do. That was my tradition, is going to her house, because that's where I grew up, and I wanted my kids to be a part of that life. So I made sure I put them in there, and that created a feeling that it's been 3 years since my grandma passed, and she's still wishing to see her, and she knows she's passed on, and she even said that. She just said, I just wish she was back. And that could tell you right there that the impact of that tradition of me taking them down there to see her and being around her and loving her has an impact in the future. So today, talk about tradition and how it impacts kids and fatherhood, So, man, number one, this is the Geek Lemonade podcast, Geekcast. It's on Spotify or Anchor, and you can find me there, just Geek Lemonade. If you're watching this on YouTube, this is probably day 2. I try to do it live, but I'll probably start doing it more like this, where I record it, then I upload it during the day. But like I said, thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, share. Geek Lemonade, Geek Lemonade everywhere. Instagram, follow me on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. Go to geeklemonade.com. I haven't got a new promo code, so by the end of the week I'll have a new promo code as well as a new sale going on. So, man, check back today or tomorrow, and you should see the promo code for everything. But yeah, I got in a little bit early. I got a couple meetings today. So, man, thank you for watching. If you your first time being here, make sure you hit that notification, like and subscribe. It's your boy D. Y'all have a good day. Peace out. One love.